They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, Mostert. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Tua going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Tua on fourth down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pick up of that. Third and 2, Newton. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Harris running straight ahead. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That could make sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Newton now to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Newton. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Steelers 14, Dolphins nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Pick 6, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play action. It's Newton. He's got this to Pickens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They hand this off to Harris. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Newton. That's swung out wide to Harris. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the turnover, it's Tua. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Ultra, go ultra. Ready?
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off play action. Newton. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 20. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 48 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown. 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Newton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Now Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
Let's go. Shot, 17. Ultra.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and going. Tie in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Second down, here's Mostert again. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
124 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Completion left side to Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Newton. Pickens on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep fighting.
Now Newton. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Cam to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing is Newton. Finds Pickens outright. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 3rd and 2. Here's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Homer, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense, just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think?
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A run with Mostert up the middle. 146 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now it's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they